So we have the Baja Hobby Viper XXL, and this was a partial build for me. I got the jet mostly assembled, and all I had to do was do the inside and the layout and the electronics. So I'm gonna just talk through real quick over what I decided to do and show you what the layout wound up looking like. So to start, let's go into the cockpit area. So this is how I decided to lay my electronics out. So you can see here that we have our UAT pretty far forward. We have our Smooth Flight 16, which is going to be the brains of the operation. And then we have our batteries sitting all the way in the front. So I'm going to go in there and show what that looks like. So they each have their plugs that are plugging into the boards there. The first two batteries, this guy and this guy, those are the Smooth Flight batteries, and they're 2S, and this is a 3S Lifey with a Dean's plug for the turbine. And you can see that, again, I always use similar connectors for things that tend to be similar. So in this case, that is a XT60, that is an XT60 because they take the same voltage. But this is a Dean's, it's a different chemistry, so that way there's no way to mix up your batteries. Moving back, we have our King Tech ground support unit, and this is mounted on Velcro so it can be taken off. And I provided a little hooksy right there, you can see that, so that we don't lose that servo plug in case the owner decides to not fly with this attached all the time. But I suspect he might want to fly with that because of weight. We have our fuel line coming from under here, and let's see, so that goes under here and traces down. In there you can see the pump, the King Tech pump that's sitting right underneath the UAT. So that's a nice short distance from the UAT to the pump, because that's the suction area, and then from the pump to the turbine, because that fluid is going to be under pressure. The pump does really well there, so we have a slightly longer line, which is this 4mm line going all the way around and into the turbine in there. The turbine that this jet's going to be running on is a King Tech 235 G4. So that's pretty much it. I mounted the light controller under here so it's accessible. All the electronics sort of go underneath this board. We have our Smooth Flight screen. This is also on Velcro just in case we want to take it off or bring it up so that we can do our adjustments. Let's talk about antenna placement. So there are two receivers, two tandem receivers. This is a FreeSky system. And so you can see right here, let's see if we can move out here. So we have one antenna that's sort of going up, another antenna that's orthogonal to that, and then we have our 900 megahertz antenna that's slightly at an angle, so maybe like a, you know, on a 45, 650 degree angle there, that way. And the second antenna sits right here on the jet. Let's see if we can. And you see that we have, again, one antenna that is sort of like going up that way, and then the second one, which is this guy, points out in that plane. So we've got that plane covered, we've got the up and down plane covered, and on the receiver that I just showed, we have a third plane. And then our 900 megahertz antenna is sitting up here, and you can see that that is also at a 45 degree angle, but orthogonal to the first one. So this is sort of leaning into the plane or into the front, and the other one was leaning away. So just trying to get as much antenna diversity as can possibly get. Whew, what a jet. This thing is huge. I mean it's taken out the entire garage. So, pretty big plane. I'm glad that it's done and that the owner's going to be getting it soon.